The dreaded wipeout. It happens to every surfer, usually every session. And I can tell you from experience, it is no fun at all. But you know what? It happens to automotive advertisers too. Hi, I'm Ron Hyder. Thanks for checking out this episode of On Target. This is the place where we talk about tips, tactics, and strategies that will help improve your automotive advertising campaign. Well, back to the wipeout. It typically goes something like this. You've picked your wave and it looks really good. The lineup is clear and it's all yours. You're close to the peak, which is the best part of the wave, and you start to paddle. You got your speed, you're in good position, you're ready to pop up, but then something goes wrong. Maybe you missed a drop. Maybe the wave closed out. Maybe you just got your footing wrong. It doesn't really matter because you're about to ingest a fair amount of salt water and get absolutely crushed by the wave. So how does the wipeout apply to your automotive advertising campaign? Well, when marketing your dealership, you can have the most researched media plan, compelling creative, incredible offer, wildly aggressive pricing, and an all-star crew, and still have your campaign fail. In other words, you just wiped out. Creating a successful marketing strategy is the ultimate game of understanding human behavior and what consumers find meaningful. And due to the fact that what's important to a customer today isn't even on a radar screen tomorrow, you must know your customer and be ready to adjust your strategy or risk wiping out. So, what are some signs that you've wiped out? Sign number one that you've wiped out: when sales momentum slows down. Now, I'm not advocating micromanaging your sales on a daily or even a weekly basis, but when you start to see a trend in your leads, your inquiries, and your sales declining for 12, 14, even 16 consecutive weeks, you can be confident you have wiped out. The next sign you've wiped out: when no measurable gain has been identified in a 90-day window. Now, this typically happens when a new initiative or a campaign gets launched. And unless you're giving something away for free, nothing ever happens overnight. But if no significant improvement in your sales or lead generation activity is seen for a full quarter, you need to give serious thought to changing direction fast because the wipeout is getting ready to happen to you. Next on the list, when your feedback is, well, consumers just haven't figured it out yet. Out of all the things that automotive marketers are guilty of, this one really irks me the most. It is not the customer's job to figure out your campaign. It is your job to clearly communicate the benefits of why they should give you their money. And just in case your staff or the person who built the campaign starts saying this, you have definitely wiped out. You just don't know it yet. Another sign you're getting ready to wipe out: it's whenever you start talking down to your customer. Arrogance is not limited to large dealerships alone. Small dealers are guilty of criticizing their customers for not appreciating all that they do for them. I think you need to reverse this. You need to appreciate every customer you have and every penny they choose to spend with you. Your existence depends on your ability to attract and retain customers. They owe you nothing. And the last sign that your campaign is wiped out: when you start saying all customers want is the lowest price and nothing else. We've talked about this before. Nobody ever wants to overpay, but few people are purely price driven. You cannot blame customers for not responding to your ads if you haven't given them a relevant, meaningful, and believable reason to buy from you. Ultimately, the success of your campaign lies in truly understanding who your customers are, what they want, and how they want to be treated. The wipeout is going to happen. Will you be ready when it does? Well, thanks again for checking out this episode of On Target. If you have any questions or comments that you'd like to discuss, obviously we'd be thrilled to have that conversation with you. Good selling. Look forward to seeing you next time.